Hey, what's going on, fellas? How's it going, everybody? Hey, what's going on, Gino? All right, the drinks are ready. That attaboy. I like the sound of that. It's going well, Gino. The weekend is always good to me. As a high school teacher, I living for the weekend, so I'm with you. How's it going, Darren? All's well on my end, my man. I hope all is well on your end as well. Darren, I was looking at some hockey today, so I don't know if it's gonna be next week, but I'm thinking maybe 2 weeks from now, Darren. We're gonna have hockey jerseys in this break, so maybe not for next week. I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. I'm thinking like 2 or 3 weeks, maybe 2 weeks. We'll try it. I've got a few people that reached out to me about hockey, Darren. So I think we're finally gonna run it. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, sorry it took so long to get there, but finally got some more hockey fans that are trickling in. So I think we're gonna run it. So maybe next week I'll be able to show it to you guys, and then maybe 2 weeks from now we'll talk about it. Yeah, I know Gino's in. I know Gino's in. Gino's a big Bruins guy, so all right, so we'll give it a couple more minutes and see who else trickles in. Per standard, I'll kind of talk about a couple things that I normally do every single week. So obviously, we're here on YouTube. The Facebook group is still forming. So if you look at the video description, you'll see that there actually is a link for the Facebook group. We're up to about 23 guys on the Facebook group, and I got to say, it's a pretty great group of guys. So it'd be kind of nice to expand that group. So if anybody's interested, feel free. I'm accepting everybody that jumps in, and I have said it for a couple weeks now. Maybe not next week, but the following week we'll do another one of our little customer appreciation, group member appreciation freebie breaks. So maybe going along with that hockey jersey, maybe that same night, maybe we'll run this 2020 playbook, and we'll give this out to a member of the Facebook group free of charge. So feel free to join the Facebook group. Also, if you could do me a favor, like, subscribe the YouTube video. I don't always ask for that every single week. People have been doing a nice job with that. I think we're up to like 28 subscribers when it comes to the YouTube channel. If you could like the video, that would also help. I think it kind of moves it up in terms of the algorithm. Maybe gets it more publicity. Maybe some more people will jump on board just because of that. Oh, Darren's a big Bolts fan. Okay, so that's good to know. So we got Bruins versus Bolts kind of brewing here in the chat. So that's exciting. So I'm curious to see where we'll go with it. I'm a big Blackhawks guy. I've been a big Blackhawks guy for a while. I've got a couple of jerseys when it comes to hockey. I think I've got a Dennis Savard, if you know Dennis Savard. I've got one of those. I have a couple of jerseys that are unsigned that I wear quite often. But yeah, I'm excited about hockey. Something new. I think there'll be a nice change of pace, and maybe we can bring in some different guys into the group. So, oh, Mike, congrats, my man. Yeah, Mike, I got to tell you, I was very excited for you, Mike. The Hank Aaron from last week was absolutely insane. And as I was packaging it, I was like, I think Mike would appreciate it. Yeah, so congrats, Mike. That's awesome that you got it. I hope we got there in good shape. I tried to pack it up real nice. Like I went to maybe some extra extremes to make sure that jersey, because I know how valuable that jersey is, and how nice it was. So congrats, Mike. Thanks again for jumping in the breaks. Do appreciate it. Yeah, of course, Mike. Yeah, thank you. I do appreciate you jumping back in. It means a lot to me. So I'm glad it went out to you, and I'm glad it went out to a big fan of it. And yeah, Hank Aaron, man, wow. I can't believe we hit a headliner. All right, guys. So we're going to dive into it. I always want to say thank you to everybody that jumps into the breaks. We're sold out against this week, so we don't have any unsolds. So I want to say thank you for that. There are many guys that come back week to week and buy multiple spots. I know a lot of guys actually buy multiple spots even after the original auctions just to kind of help fill the break. So I want to say thank you to everybody that does that. That does mean a lot to me. It may not seem like a big deal to you, but it means a lot to me because that allows me to keep running the breaks week to week. And I want to say thank you for that. I had a lot of positive feedback on eBay this week on different feedback in terms of the breaks themselves. I want to say thank you for that as well. And if there's ever any issues that you have with my breaks, feel free to reach out to me. I think I had one or two people that made a couple of comments in terms of my breaks that didn't reach out to me. So if there's ever anything I can do for you, just reach out to me. I take a lot of pride in terms of responding to the messages that I get. So if you ever need me for anything, you're unsure of something, you have a question, maybe you have a concern, just reach out to me. I take a lot of pride in my ability to communicate and my ability to have very transparent breaks. So if that's something that ever concerns you, just reach out to me. I feel like the people that left me maybe some not so great feedback didn't reach out to me right away, and I tried to reach out to them after the feedback that they gave me, and I didn't get any responses, so I wasn't sure exactly why they gave me the not so great feedback. But for the majority of you guys, I do want to say thank you. You guys are definitely leaving me a lot of great feedback, and I do appreciate that. This is very, very enjoyable experience for me, and that's why week to week I'm going to continue doing it. So real quick plug for next week, because next week we'll do a couple different breaks, and of course we got hockey coming down the pipeline, and then I'll get right into it. We do got the baseball. So we did a baseball about 2 weeks back. Ended up hitting a Vladimir Guerrero Jr. or Vladdy Baby baseball. That was the first one that we broke. So we are going to break the second one next week. So in the case you're somebody interested in next week, the breaks, the auctions are already up on eBay. So this is 2024 Series 4 from Gold Rush. Quite a nice checklist in case you take a look at it. We are also going to run the same black bag next week, but instead of running the baseball jersey from Gold Rush, we're going to run the football. So I know that we did that a couple weeks as well. In the first week that we ever ran it, I know that a couple of the OGs that are here saw us break the Jerry Rice. So I know Darren was here for that. I know a couple other guys that were the OGs in the original breaks, but we're getting a lot of OGs now that are coming back week to week. So we didn't have a hit in the Jerry Rice. I'm hoping that we get another headliner. We've had some nice hits in the breaks in terms of like rookie quarterbacks and those kind of things. But in case you're interested in next week, you can take a look at some of the headliners. There's things like Drew Brees, Caleb Williams, of course, Aaron Rodgers, Dan Marino, Puka Nacua, and of course, Pat Mahomes on the nice camo jersey. So that will be coming next week as well. And then after that, like I said, maybe 2 weeks down the pipeline, maybe some hockey. Maybe we'll try to do some variation and kind of go from there. All right, guys. I see some people talking in the chat. That makes me very happy. So we're going to get right to it, boys. Like I said, I appreciate you guys jumping back in. We're going to start this week, as we start most weeks, with the black bag edition. So we're going to start with the Gold Rush autographed jersey black bag edition for football. As a friendly reminder, eBay requires that I mark all orders as shipped once the break is over, even if your team does not hit. If your team does actually end up hitting the memorabilia item, then you'll see a tracking number that's listed there as well. I take a lot of pride in trying to get these things packed up and ready to rock and roll by Monday morning, so that hopefully at some point Monday, you'll see a tracking number attached to your order. The tracking number will confirm that your team was the one that hits. Obviously, tonight, as I'm doing the live break for the people that are new, I'll let you know which team hits, and then who will be receiving the item. I'll actually say it by name, so that way everybody knows kind of where the item is going. But again, if your team does not end up hitting, then your item will be marked as shipped, but it will not include a tracking number. So we'll get right to it, guys. So how about for the first break of the night? We'll go Gold Rush autographed jersey black bag edition football. As always, I'll take you on a trip around the bag just to make sure that everything looks good on your end and everything is transparent. I would hate for you to think that something is not kosher here. The real reason I take you on a trip around the bag is just to make sure that you believe and you know that the items that I have here in front of you on the video are exactly the same shape as I received them from the distributor, and that everything is in order. Of course, I don't know what's in the bags or in the items. If I did, that would not be a good thing, right? I want there to be some really big hits in here because, of course, just like last week when we hit the Hank Aaron, for guys like Mike, I want them to get excited about it. And of course, that's the reason I do the breaks, is to continue the hobby, continue the tradition, and get you guys excited about what we're doing. All right, guys. So without further ado, enough talking for me. Let's get to it. I walked you around the bag. Hopefully that's good enough for transparency purposes. You feel good about what's in front of you. Here we go. The Gold Rush autographed jersey. First break of tonight's black bag edition football. Let's get after it. Okay. We got a good amount of guys here. Feel free to like and subscribe the video as you're watching. If you haven't done so already, I would appreciate it at the very least. Okay, guys. Good luck to all teams. First break of the night. Let's get after it. All right. I'm seeing some whites, and I'm seeing some very familiar colors. In this case, the colors are screaming Miami Dolphins. So I have the number 3. So screaming Miami Dolphins. Here's the autograph. Very nice autograph. and silver Sharpie. We have a Beckett authentication. I'll bring it up close so that you guys can see it. So in this case, Beckett authentication. In this case, I've got 2W280217. So 2W280217. If you want to look it up, this is the number 3. Beautiful silver Sharpie autograph. And of course, this is Odell Beckham Jr. Very nice. That's a very nice hit for the Miami Dolphins. Odell Beckham Jr. on the number 3. And a very nice silver autograph one more time with a Beckett authentication. I would say that's a very nice hit out of the black bag. Odell Beckham Jr. I'm going to tuck it off to the corner here, and we'll take a peek at who owns the Miami Dolphins in the black bag spot. But that's a nice hit. In this case, the Miami Dolphins this week is going out to Gino. So Gino, congrats, my man. Gino owns Miami for this week in the black bag. So Gino, congrats, my man. Odell Beckham Jr. coming your way. A very solid hit. You get number 3. Very nice autograph. Beckett authentication. Very nice. Thanks, Darren. Darren, thanks for always being a positive guy. Yeah, Gino. Yeah. Thank you, my man. I appreciate you more than you know. All right. So that wasn't too bad. For the last couple of weeks, we've had to look up the black bag, but this one I'm fairly confident we have it. So then going out to Miami. In the second break tonight, we'll run our baseball jersey. Like I said, last week we ended up hitting the headliner for Mike. So I don't know. I'm sure Mike will watch the video, but obviously received the jersey. So I'm hoping that we get another big hit tonight. So I'm hoping for equally good hit, maybe something else that's sitting here. We've got a couple nice headliners that are here as well. So before I open it up, same as always, I'll take you guys around the trip around the box just to make sure everything's in order. Everything on your end feels good about it. I know I say it every single week, but I know we got a lot of new guys week to week. So another reason why I like the Gold Rush products, not only some of the biggest hits in the game, but also they got the cellophane wrapping as well as the patented secondary seal. The secondary seal confirms that the product has never been opened. And of course, then if there's some nice hits inside, I don't know what's inside. I'm going to find out with you guys. And of course, I'll be just as excited as you guys that somebody in the room ends up getting the hit. So there's the seal just to make sure that everybody sees it. Everything's intact. Everything is in order. I'll take you also a trip around vertically just to make sure that everything's in order there as well. All right, guys. I hope I don't get too annoying with taking you around trips around the box and around the products. Again, for my purposes, I just want to just make sure that I am as transparent as possible. All right, guys. In the second break of tonight, we're going to go the 2024 Gold Rush Autograph Jersey Series 5. I believe this is the last box that I have in Series 5. I'm going to be ordering some more. I think that when I order the next time around, it will be the 2025 edition. So very similar product, but it will be some of the updated names and definitely some fresh names in terms of headliners as well as the checklist. So be on the lookout for that. I'm hoping to order this next week, and then probably like 2 weeks from now, maybe with that same hockey jersey, you guys will see some of these new products start to trickle in. Keep things fresh, keep things going so that we're not always doing the same thing week to week. All right, guys. Without further ado, we have 2024. We have Gold Rush. This is Series 5 Autograph Baseball. Good luck to all teams. I wish everybody luck. We got a lot of guys here that have come week to week. I'm hoping that somebody here gets a big hit. So we'll start with the outer cellophane wrapping. All right. And then we'll go to the secondary seal. So then here's your secondary seal, again, in good order. All right, guys, one more time. Good luck to all teams. Here we go. Hoping for a big hit for somebody. Good luck to everybody. Let's see what we got this week. All right. So we've got a red jersey. This is a number 9. I'll take it out so everybody can take a look. So number 9, got a really nice autograph. Not on the stitches at all. So definitely somebody took some time with it. It is Beckett authenticated. So if everybody can see it there. Oops, sorry for the glare. I think that plastic is getting in the way. So in terms of Beckett authentication, this is W7. Sorry. W7 39593. W7 39593. This is number 9. The nice autograph right there in the middle. And this is McLean. So this is McLean. I think this is Matt McLean. It looks kind of like a Reds jersey. I'll have to look at this one. So in this case, I'll probably look this one up with you guys. I think this is Matt McLean. I forget what team. Red, I think is it the Reds? I'll have to look it up. So I'll look it up with you guys. I'll look it up on Beckett's with the same certification that's here. So if you guys want to look it up with me, if anybody out there likes that kind of a thing, like I said, W7 39593. I think this is the Matt McLean according to the checklist. As a matter of fact, instead of checking the Beckett authentication, I'll just check to make sure. Pro Baseball Reference. I'll keep it here on screen so everybody can see it. All right, give me a quick second to look up, make sure. All right, Matt McLean. This is Cincinnati Reds. So we definitely have it off the checklist. So it's going to go out to the Reds. So let's take a look at my sheet here for this week. So for Cincinnati Reds this week, we have Mike A. So Mike A strikes again. Cincinnati Reds, Mike A. Of course, Mike A was the lucky recipient of the Hank Aaron last week. So Mike, congratulations, my man. We've got Cincinnati Reds. We've got Matt McLean. Matt McLean on the number 9. With a nice autograph smack dab in the middle. Beautiful autograph. Didn't touch the stitching at all. And Beckett authentication. Congrats, Mike. You're on a hot streak, Mike, for sure. Mike ended up hitting, I think Mike's hit a couple weeks in a row, if I'm not mistaken. And Mike, you'll correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you also hit the Carlton Fisk? Did you hit the Carlton Fisk as well, if memory serves me correct? Yeah. Darren, that's funny. Baseball G. Yeah, he seems to have it. So Mike has the predictions. I think he had the Carlton Fisk as well. So yeah, congrats, Mike. So the baseball in terms of the Gold Rush has been a good product for Mike. And of course, we'll order some more. And I hope the luck continues in the 2025 series. All right, guys. So we have the Cincinnati Reds for the baseball. We had the Miami Dolphins for the football. I'm going to take these 2 jerseys. I'm going to tuck them behind the baseball bat. The baseball bat will be our last break for tonight. So give me 1 second to kind of get situated here. Okay. And then for our baseball bat, which will be our last break of the night. I know that I've done it a couple weeks in a row, but in case anybody's here that is not familiar with the baseball bat, it is an RSA product. It is not a Gold Rush product. But what I like about RSA is the fact that they keep the product fresh. They rotate the bats week to week. So then every other week, you won't have the same checklist. That's why you won't see a checklist up on eBay. So if anybody's interested in seeing where some of these autographs are, what could potentially be in the bat products, I have the QR code here. Feel free to put your phone up to it, and you can take a look at the list. There are some pretty big names in it. Last week, we ended up hitting Marquise Grissom. A couple weeks ago, we had Jet Clark from the San Francisco Giants. I've seen some nice names pulled out of here. I've seen people like Big Papi, David Ortiz come from the Boston Red Sox. I've seen some different Yankees come out of this product. And of course, there are some very decent names inside of it as well. I believe that I also have a Pete Rose baseball bat that I got probably 4, 5, 6 months ago from the same product. So if you're interested, obviously you can look them up. Here are some of the bigger names that could potentially be there. When it comes to walking you around this product, I will walk you around this vertically, but as you can see, there's absolutely no tape here vertically. So we have to go to the ends. This is actually the knob side. And when you go to this is the barrel side. If you go to the barrel side, you'll see that there's some tape. So a little bit different in terms of products. There is no secondary seal, but I'm hoping that I can just walk you guys around this real quick so you guys can see that the tape is intact, and of course, exactly the same as I received it from the distributor. So I'll take you on a quick trip around this end. This is the barrel side. So hopefully you can see that everything is good on that side. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to take it to the knob side. And of course, to the knob side, same thing, just to make sure, again, transparency purposes, everything as planned and nothing is out of order. Again, really big for me, especially with the people that might be leaving me not so great feedback up on eBay. I just want to make sure that I'm transparent. And if there's something I can be doing differently, please reach out to me. I don't claim to be a perfect guy in terms of the breaks. I'm still learning things week to week, but I like to think I have a good sense of what's happening here. Okay, so hopefully that will suffice in terms of transparency purposes. I'm going to take you guys to the barrel side. The barrel side is often where the autograph is, if not almost always. So I'm going to open up on that side as well. So for our last break of the night, we have the RSA baseball bat, and we're going to get right to it. Good luck to all teams. Congrats to the guys that hit already. I'm hoping that we get another big hit here for somebody else, if not the same guys. I know guys bought multiple spots. So, all right, good luck to all teams. Here we go. Baseball bat, last break of the night. So that's the one side. And there's the second side. All right, good luck to all teams. Here we go. All right, it's got a little bit of paper. I'm going to take this box. I'm going to push it off to the side. All right. So here's the autograph in blue. It is on a Louisville Slugger. And in terms of the autograph, I can't say that I know this one offhand. For a lot of the baseball bats, they're a little bit trickier to predict. It does look like we have an inscription there for a two-time World Series champ. I can't say that I know that for a fact. I think the last name begins with an S. At least that's what it looks like to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to default to the JSA authentication. I did check to make sure before the break that JSA was up and running. If you guys were here last week, you remember that JSA was down. That was the first time that I've ever seen JSA not be running, especially during a break, which is extremely inconvenient, but we ended up figuring it out. So I'm about to go check this guy as well. But if you want to check with me, for transparency purposes, the JSA certification number authentication is WIT 486677. So when it comes to the baseball bat, this is not an uncommon thing. Sometimes it's just hard to tell. It's not like a baseball jersey or something like that where you can kind of have an idea of what the team is. So unless somebody knows in the chat, maybe you're better than me, we'll go into JSA and take a look at it. I will keep it up on here on screen just to make sure that everybody sees it and that it's not going anywhere. I'll kind of tuck it here by the jerseys to make sure that it stays on screen. All right, guys. So I'm going to go over to JSA real quick. So just bear with me. I want to make sure that this thing finds its rightful home. So I'm on JSA. And if you're with me, the JSA is WIT. And then it's 486. And then it's 677. All right. Good luck to all teams. All right. The first time I tried it, it didn't work out. So let's try one more time. WIT. Make sure I got it right. WIT 486 677. All right. That is extremely unfortunate. On JSA, it turns out it says that it doesn't have a record of this baseball bat. So that's not great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on to RSA and see if I can find it based on the signature itself. So it does say two-time World Series champ as the inscription. So I'm going to see if I can figure it out just based on the inscription itself. All right, so give me a second, guys. Sorry for the delay. I just want to make sure that this thing finds its rightful home. JSA not cooperating. I'm not sure what's going on with JSA right now. All right, guys, I think I found it. I think it is a Manny Sanguien. Manny Sanguien. So I'm going to take a look at it with you guys just to make sure. But I believe I have it. If you look at the RSA website, like I said, the same QR code that I put up on the screen in the beginning of the break. You can also look at the list of bats that it could potentially be. And like I said, this guy did look like an S. And I believe this is Manny. So you've got M out front, Manny Sanguien, and is a two-time World Series champ. If you take a look at the RSA website, you'll see that it has the identical bat that is listed here with the autograph and the inscription. So I don't have the JSA certification because I think JSA, there might be some just issues going on with the JSA certification online right now. But I'm going to put this up to the screen here. So for anybody that is unsure of it, feel free to look over at the RSA website. And Manny Sanguien, two-time World Series champ. So if you look at the RSA website, I believe if you search it, Manny Sanguien, autographed baseball bat, I think you'll see this guy right here. So again, for transparency purposes, anybody that wants to do that, feel free. Otherwise, I am very confident that we have a Manny Sanguien baseball bat sitting in front of us. All right. I can't say I'm super familiar with Manny Sanguien, so I'm going to look him up on ProBaseballReference.com. In this case, Manny Sanguien played for 12 years for the Pittsburgh Pirates. In terms of games, he had 1,296 games for the Pittsburgh Pirates. This is a Pittsburgh Pirates hit. So Pittsburgh Pirates taking home the baseball bat this week. Pittsburgh Pirates this week are Jeffrey L. So Jeffrey L., congrats on the Pittsburgh Pirates hit. Of course, we've got a Manny Sanguien baseball bat here. So this one going out to Jeffrey L. Jeffrey L., congrats, my man. You've got a Manny Sanguien Pittsburgh Pirate baseball bat coming your way. Congrats, Manny. Or in this case, not congrats, Manny. Congrats, Jeffrey. Yes, that's what I should say. So congrats, Jeffrey, on the Manny Sanguien. Hey, thanks, guys, in the chat. Always being so positive to everybody. That means a lot to me. So I'll give you a quick recap in case you just joined the break late. I do see that we had several people that kind of joined in late. Manny Sanguien for the Pittsburgh Pirates on the baseball bat this week. We had Matt McLean going out to the Cincinnati Reds. In this case, this was a hit for Mike A. Mike A is our baseball genie, according to the guys in the chat. I would say he's had some good success out of there. Congrats, Mike A. And then out of our football, we had Odell Beckham Jr. on the Miami Dolphins hit. And this one went out to Gino B. So congrats to all the guys that hit. For the guys that didn't hit this week, I know the breaks are a lot more fun when you do hits, but it's all just a numbers game. Believe me, I've been there before. So if there's anything I can do for you guys, feel free to stick around. Otherwise, for next week, like I said, we've got the baseball coming in. We've got another black bag as well as a football jersey. And then probably 2 weeks out, we've got some hockey we're going to try, and we're going to try to keep mixing it up. If you could join the Facebook group, if that's something you're interested in, I would appreciate it. We are going to have some freebie giveaways for the people that are in the Facebook group, as well as if you could like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. That would mean a lot to me, just to kind of keep things rolling in terms of the progress that we've been having. Yeah, no problem, Gino. I can do that. So Gino, in terms of the number, if you're referencing the number on the Beckett certification, so it was the number 3. There's your autograph. And then for the Beckett certs, Gino. So if you can see that, Gino, this is a 2W2 80217. 2W2 80217. Does that work for you, Gino? Yeah, just let me know, Gino, if that's good. Otherwise, guys, thanks again for the fill in the break this week. I do appreciate it. I hope you had fun. I know the breaks are more fun when you hit. And I hope that everybody gets a chance to hear in the future. If you didn't hit it this week, I wish you luck next week. If you want to jump back in, of course, no pressure. If there's anything I can do for you, just reach out to me. I'd be happy to help in any way that I can. But truly, out of my heart, thank you. I do appreciate everybody jumping in, and it means a lot to me that I can keep this going. This has been a dream of mine for a long time, and I can honestly say that I'm living the dream with how positive some of you guys have been and all the messages I've received and the support I've received as well. Yeah, thanks again, guys. I do appreciate you guys. Darren, we'll see you next time around. Gino, thanks again. I appreciate it. Everybody else, Mike, everybody else in the chat, appreciate you guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I hope to see you guys next week. See ya.